So after a round of summons and hero upgrades, I'm finally challenging the soul mine, and as you can see I don't use healer in this setup. Let's see if we can progress further on. Unfortunately my heroes, which are healers, are not really that well evolved, and that is causing problems for my progression, so my suggestion would be to have at least one healer in your team and build them out and evolve them further so that you can progress steadily. I believe the best composition would be one healer, one tank, one assassin and one range damage dealer. So you can see the damage right on the left side, and you can see how much damage does each hero. As you can see, our vanguards are doing pretty insane damage, even compared to attacking type heroes. So in this fight actually an assassin took the lead and is dealing twice as much damage as our vanguards. And now we can see that the Chaos Bull, which is Crete, is catching up to our assassin hero Randall. So actually the vanguards can deal quite a nice damage too. As for the new hero Nagrama, I'm a bit not sure if he is supposed to perform this poorly, but his actual damage is looking pretty low, and he is evolved quite a bit and has his exclusive equipment unlocked. So I believe I should be swapping him for a support type champion and probably a healer to fill this role for our tanks to survive longer and deal more damage, because you can see that he's doing less damage than even vanguards. But it has to be taken into consideration that Arthas and Crete are already in their legend rank, and so is Kagmo, I believe, and so is Randall, so this can be the reason for the low damage which can be observed from the creator hero, which is called Nagrama. But we are steadily progressing into the soul mine, as you can see, without too much of a problem, except for Randall. He is dead in this actual floor. So can we do this? I believe we can. Okay, Nagrama is finally doing some damage. Okay. So as you have seen, the healer hero would be really appreciated in this type of comp, because an assassin dies really easily. Even though we have this displacement and assassin type commander right here, which helps us with shielding on the displacement skills. Okay, nice soul rubies right there. A little bit of gold and some diamonds, which are is appreciated. So actually I'm really interested in how many floors can we do right now after a big round of summoning and evolution of our heroes. So as you have seen, we did several floors without too much of a problem. One time we had Randall out of the fight. And I'm really excited that almost all 5 of my heroes are already at legend rank. I wasn't really hoping that it would be really that fast on my free-to-play account, but the game was much more free-to-play friendly than I was expecting it to be. Granted, I did some farming, AFK farming, and not really investing too much time into the game as I could, and not just sweeping the stages. But I'm actually having a blast in this game, as of forever from the start. So everyday grind is really fun. And the first SSR hero to reach legend rank, I was really thinking about evolving my Ravenna, but then I decided to go for Crete on his double chip event, and finally we are here. Is our first SSS hero at legend rank. Okay. Can we go for a healer, please? Finally. Nicely done. So as you have seen, the progression really depends on the rank of your hero, it depends a bit on the gear that you currently have. Of course it depends on the stats and gear sets, and also it depends on hero and team composition. So if you just put all your strongest heroes without thinking about the team composition, then it's probably better to have just a healer, a tank, and your strongest DPS units, and not all 5 of the DPS units, to be consistent and progress steadily. Actually, the events which we are having right now are surprisingly free-to-play friendly, I would say. About the event of Nagrama, and there is a possibility of getting an SSS hero from each event. Granted, the chance is really low, but there is still a chance, and some people can probably get even all of those limited units, even without pulling on any banners. Okay. So Arthas was my first legend rank because we get quite a lot of copies of him during the first week of the game. My second legend was Karmao. He was my first epic hero, I believe. And the third one was Randall or Crete. I don't really remember the order, but they were all upgraded to the legend rank in the same day. And finally we are making some progress. Later on I will be trying to push the stages of the campaign and see how the team performs there. Okay. Nice. And we got an achievement for clearing floor 180. And finally, I believe we'll be progressing into the dungeons, such as these caves, to get better gear for our heroes. Which will help us to progress further into the game. Also, I believe you'll be getting better rewards from the weekly boss this week. It's really important to remember that you have to wait until the end of the week before trying to attempt your boss fight, because your heroes will be much stronger during the end of the week than they would be at the beginning of the week. So you'll be able to collect better rewards from the weekly boss. Come on, how many floors can we do? Can we do at least several more? And mostly my heroes are geared in yellow and red type of gear, so nothing is really special there. Those types of gear can be upgraded to +8 and +12 respectively, and unfortunately I haven't gotten even a single piece of legendary gear, which slows down my progression into the later stages of the game, but I will be getting there soon. And don't be afraid to spend your gems on summons, or getting limited or advanced summons from Feti's treasure shop. Actually, we are progressing quite nicely, and I was not really expecting this much progress from a little bit of gear switching and hero evolution. And we're actually doing fine even without healer, which is pretty nice. Also, do believe that you should not reroll for any hero, if you are just starting a new account or just starting to play Eternal Evolution, you just stick with what you have, and eventually you will get lots of legendary heroes. Legendary in the sense that they will reach legendary rank of evolution. And you'll probably get quite a lot of SSS units just by playing the game. Okay, so we can see the damage here, and what about we can see who is tanking the most. So Arthas takes quite a lot of beating. Okay. It's really fun to see that Vanguard units can do some damage and not be used as just tanks. Also, the beauty of Eternal Evolution is that it has a lot of quality of life things, like auto skips in different dungeons. You can just use your energy all at once and not do auto repeat battles. Granted, you have to finish that stage at least once. And you're not really losing on any materials when you are upgrading your heroes. I'm talking about talent materials, which you can easily get back. To level up your currently mostly used heroes. Also, you don't have to level up all your heroes, you just have to level up 5 heroes at all times, which is really nice too, because if you would have invested into one hero and later on you found that he was not up to your standards and all the resources would be lost, it would be really not that ideal for an idle game, and actually you can easily regress these heroes to get all the experience, materials for their leveling back. Also, the game has quite a lot of different events going on, so it was pretty fun from the very beginning. And there was a question about where do I play Eternal Evolution. Frankly speaking, I mostly play it on my mobile phone, and only when recording a video I use my laptop to record the gameplay. Also, the game is running through BlueStacks, so you can easily download it on your PC or laptop and then use it for your mobile games. If you want to enjoy better graphics and maybe a bigger screen, and maybe you want to record a video. If you are interested in knowing how to record videos through OBS, it's not really so difficult. You can write down in the comments below and I will be recording a video on how to record a video, for example on Eternal Evolution. There is also a small editing process involved, and if you are interested, write down below in the comments and I will be recording a video of me editing a video recording. Okay, we are progressing nicely. Randall is always out of the fight. And he gets stunned. And he's out again. Come on, Randall. Maybe I have to give him more HP. Because even Nagrama is out damaging him. Nice shots from Crete. Okay. I believe we can still do a little bit more damage and progress several more stages of the soul mine. Okay. And the only one left is healer, Battle Angel. Unfortunately, I only got, I believe, 2 copies of her. One from daily login rewards for the first month, and one from the lucky summon session. She was on my wishlist and I got her and I was really excited about it. Because I believe you have to have at least one healer in your team. And mine are not really that built out. As you can see, we already lost 2 heroes. And if you had a healer, then you would probably still be able to fight with the full team. So this is a clear indicator that I will have to prioritize leveling up my healer hero. So first I will have to get several more copies of Liran or Battle Angel. Battle Angel is a better healer in my opinion, if you have a stronger tank hero, but Liran can be useful too, and I believe he's worth investing in. Maybe not as the first priority, but still worth investing in. Okay. So the progress is really massive. Got quite a lot of soul stones, and they are really important for hero leveling process. Crete is holding the fort alone, and he's still alive, which is quite nice. Not for long, unfortunately. We still have Arthas, who is not as tanky. And I believe this will be our last stage. Right there. Yep. So the recommendations are to level up heroes, gear up, recruit heroes, and enhance divine prototypes, which I really not touch upon yet, and I believe this is a great advice. We almost reached level 200. Okay. So let us check what gear do my heroes have. We'll start with Karmao. He has 2 pieces of attack set. No, he has 3 pieces of attack increase set. And let us check what he has. He has all basic stats and can be seen right there. And let us check his equipment one by one. Okay, so he has defense and HP for a bit of survivability. Accuracy is not needed because I believe it's a PvP stat. Crit damage reduction is a PvP stat too. So his gauntlets are a bit on the bad side because he doesn't really need X defense. Some attack would be really nice in here, but that's what I got and that's why I use it. Even X attack would be better in gauntlets, but that's all I have. And damage reduction is not really the one that should be here. There should be attack or even something like attack, maybe HP, but you see that this gear is not really that awesome. As for his talents, I tried to go as far as I could, but the talents in here are already starting to get pretty expensive. And to get to this talent, I will have to get him evolve quite a bit more. So let us check what Arthas has. As you can see, he has only 3 pieces of level 12 gear, 1 gluttony set and another steady set, which gives us defense percent. And he has defense percent on his boots. Okay, let us see his total stats right there. Also he has defense for his helmet and the X defense on his gauntlets. Actually, HP percent would be really nice in some of his lower gear, or even damage reduction would be pretty nice too. So I would generally go for damage reduction, defense and HP. And what I have in here is just some crit rate and damage reduction, some HP and crit damage. Attack is not needed on Arthas at all, so it's a wasted stat right there. A little bit of defense and crit damage. His crit rate is negligible. Okay, and then we go for crit. He is in 3 sets. 2 of those are vigorous and 1 is sunset, which gives us crit rate. And as you can see, his total stats on the screen, and as for the gear, he has some defense and damage reduction right there, which is really helpful for him. A little bit of crit rate and crit damage and defense right there in his armor. HP, defense and damage reduction is a nice piece right there. As for his radiant boots, it has damage reduction, which is pretty nice, defense and EX defense. His helmet has defense, accuracy is not really needed, resist is also not needed. I believe those two are PvP stats. Damage reduction is nice right there. And crit damage, I would really like to swap it for HP percent and maybe defense percent or X defense, something like that, but unfortunately I didn't have the piece for it yet. Also we have Randall, who has 4 pieces of red gear and 2 of the yellow one, and you can see his total stats right there. 2 hero sets and 1 sunset for increased attack and crit rate. Okay, he has accuracy, which is not needed there, a little bit of HP and attack, also accuracy not needed right there. Damage reduction is nice, crit damage is okay. Resist damage reduction, well, he dies really fast, so damage reduction could be useful here. Resist is not. And for his boots, a little bit of attack and unwanted accuracy. Actually, resist here is pretty bad for him. And let us check HP on his helmet with a little bit of attack and defense, and again resist. And here we can see crit rate on the gauntlets, which is pretty nice, with some attack right there.
Who says that I'm not feminine enough?
Okay, so this is Oisa, and I believe Nagrama was my last one. Can we upgrade it a little bit more? I believe we can, but I don't want to use this gear yet because I still have to level up and gear up some of my heroes. Maybe later on I will be using all those yellow gears to upgrade red ones, and I believe that would be the best approach for me to advance further. Let us look what Nagrama has. He has crit damage set and crit rate set. His total stats are right there. I believe the crit damage set is not really useful here because he has low crit rate, and we can see his total stats right there. And as for his gear, you can see it on your screen. A little bit of damage reduction I believe is not really needed there, just for the set piece. Damage reduction, so that's why he's not doing that much damage. He has damage reduction, and not leveled gear pieces. Okay, and his attack has a little bit of attack and resist and damage reduction again. Okay, so as you can see, the damage is not really great, and we still progressed quite far from the previous time where we left off in Soul Mine. Okay, and the last piece is there. A little bit of damage reduction and the X attack. So I believe I'll just have to find better pieces with attack and put it on him, and he'll be performing much better. If you found the video helpful and would like to see more content about Eternal Evolution, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next videos later. Bye.